Hi, my name is Jia Long. Some of you know me as Jace. Okay, I'm the founder of Dreamers Academy. So we specialize in doing multi-sports for young children all the way to teens. Okay, so we believe a lot in long-term athlete development across different multi-sports so that the kids can acquire motor skills through cognitive motor training, things like rhythm jump, moving to the beat, as well as basic hand-eye coordination. So with all these skills, we hope that they are able to pursue sports that they would like in the future. Maybe I share a bit of my background. I used to be a PE teacher in a secondary school. So I've been teaching for about 5 to 6 years in a secondary school. And if you notice the motor skills of our students and athletes per se, there's a lot of growth and development that we can focus on. So I hope that the kids can start young, okay, to develop all these motor skills before they choose what kind of sports they want to pursue in. For example, in net barrier game, we are looking at tracking of the object, right? So when a shuttlecock or a balloon is coming towards you, how do you perceive it, react and contact, right? Whether it's with a racket or with any implement. So I hope that we are able to help these individuals develop all these motor skills from a young age so that they can use it in the future. I think in Singapore, when we talk about multi-sports, it's not so prevalent, right? We are very focused on going for like belts, different belts, or even certifications, recognition. And we have this notion that we want to specialize early, right? You want to do something, you want to start swimming from young all the way till the earlier you start, maybe you get better. Yes, I agree with the 10,000 rule. To become an expert at everything, you need to have the 10,000 rule, right? Put in the work. But I think when they're young, you need to expose them to a wide variety of disciplines, right? Whether it's in the net barrier game, in your territory invasion games, or striking and fielding games. Once these kids have this exposure, I think it's so much better for long-term athlete development, and it helps these individuals stay in the sport for a longer period of time. Yeah, I think for myself, I used to play many sports as well. Okay, so when we were young, we used to play like block catching and stuff at the playground. And then when I moved on to JC, I represented the school in 3 to 4 sports. In uni, I also represented the school in like competitive swimming, competitive life saving. We played touch rugby, ultimate frisbee. Yeah, so I was part of the school IBP team for all 4 sports. So I think I would like to have give this opportunity to the next generation as well, to have that opportunity to play and compete in different sports and not just focus on one sport. Because the problem is in schools, once you are committed to a CCA, you have to go for that CCA for, like, let's say in primary school, from primary 3 to P6. For 4 years, you're in the same CCA and you don't get the opportunity to participate in other sports. So I would like to provide this platform for our children and students to also have the opportunity to try different sports so that this helps them improve their motor skills, as well as there's variability in the way they are performing these skills, right? Like when you talk about basketball players don't always shoot from the same spot, right? There's so many factors. There are defenders, you have to move into open space to take a shot. So variability is very important when you are training and practicing. Okay, I believe a lot of it boils down to transfer of skills. And it's also to pick the interest of the kids when they're young. Because when you're very focused on one sport, it's kind of one-dimensional. But okay, let's take swimming as a very simple example. A lot of kids, when they start off in competitive swimming, but as they move into their teenage years, they start to branch out, right? So they start to do like water polo, life saving, or even like canoeing, other water sports that are available. I feel that these skills are all transferable in a way. When we talk about volleyball and badminton, although they are 2 different sports, but the tracking of the object is the same, right? When the volleyball is coming, how do you perceive how far the object is? We call this perceptual actual coupling, right? Perception action coupling. So we are talking about how you perceive where the object is, and then how far away it is from you, and how you contact the object. So all these skills are very transferable. When you go to school, you are also put through, let's say, the PE program. You're put through a wide variety of sports, isn't it? You learn 6 to 8 sports in a school term. So I think we need to get kids to move and learn different sports throughout the year, and not just stick to just one discipline. Yeah. So it all boils down to transfer of skills. Movement, when we talk about young children, when from say 2 to 3 years old, or even 4, we are looking at a lot of fundamental movement skills, right? We want to help the kids develop balance, to not fall down so easily, walk on uneven surfaces. So the more they are exposed to this, the better they learn, right? On how to walk on uneven surfaces, how to balance, how to even coordinate. When they are like 5 to 8, we are looking more on developing coordination, agility. And then say 9, 10 above, we're looking at power and more sport-specific skills that we want to introduce to the kids. So when they are like toddlers, 2 to 3, we want to encourage fun expressions, behaving like shapes, climb like animals, or even crawl like a leopard, a bear. So all these are really the things that we should focus on when they are in the toddler starting stage. And then move on to fundamental movement skills, technique. We're looking at how do you execute the correct footwork. But all these, of course, the emphasis should be in a fun and safe environment for the kids to thrive in. So we want to get the kids to cultivate good habits, but we also don't want to limit them and go down from a very top-down approach, right? So we try to teach them with a non-linear approach, like a constraints-led approach. We tell them what are the constraints within the individual, the environment, and the task that limits them to have that movement pattern that we want. And this will help them develop the motor skills required for the movements. I think first and foremost, we take pride in our coaches. So the knowledge of our coaches is important. The teaching cues that we use, we have sharing sessions on a termly basis where coaches come together to learn about how we can teach better, share about challenges, and then we do a bit of role play and case studies to help. For example, the kid is unable to jump, right? How can we encourage the kid, and how can we set up different tiers for the kids to achieve success? So what we talk about a lot is this thing called growth mindset, okay, on our team. We believe that if you are, the kids will say, I can't do it, it's so difficult. But we always tell them, you can't do it yet. Okay, it's the power of the word yet. You can't do it yet, but maybe with a long enough time horizon, with enough practice, you will be able to achieve it. And on our part, we try to give them tiered, to gamify it a little bit, we tier it for them to achieve success. For example, a kid can't jump like over a barrier. We will bring the barrier closer so that the kid can achieve success. Maybe we can layer it as level 1, then we bring the target further, level 2, and then a bit further. So this is what we call differentiated instruction, right? So we equip our coaches with this content knowledge so that they are able to execute and give differentiated instruction to the kids so that they are able to learn in a safe and fun environment at their pace. Right? So some kids, we don't ask everyone to reach for the bar because maybe the bar they are of different height. So we can set different bars and different tiers for them to hit so that they are able to achieve some form of success before stretching them a little bit further. I think firstly, before the kid comes into class, we try to preempt the parents that, okay, maybe your kid is going to participate in the class. We try to prep the kid, tell the kid that, oh, what is going to be expected of you. You're going to go through our rhythm jump warm-up, skill acquisition, and then you're going to play a game with the other classmates. So we preempt the kid as well as the parents, and we let the parents know the flow of the program so that they know at which junctures they can come in. For example, water breaks. Yeah, that will be a good time to check in with the kids, how they are feeling, whether they are tired, do they need a longer break. Yeah, you can of course tell our coaches so that we can facilitate that. For safety, we will always make sure that our coaches are first aid and CPR trained, right? They have the content knowledge to know how to mitigate risk around the surrounding. So we go through this module on our team called RAMS. I think most of us should know RAMS, risk assessment for the surroundings, the environment, the people, to make sure that it is a safe environment for our kids to participate in the program. But we do have one component that we get parent involvement in as well. So we do have certain classes where we get the parents to throw the ball to the kid and throw the ball back. So as much as possible, we try to get the kids to participate independently in class, but we do have a segment where we include the parents so that there's like a parent-child interaction within our class setting. Yeah. I think we have seen success for the kids who have followed us through our program thus far, that they have acquired and they're able to move so much better in terms of their movements, and it's very encouraging to see that we are bringing the level of motor control within the kids. Like the level is a bit higher now. We can see that very clearly across different sports. The sports that we introduce to the kids are just a tool for them to acquire coordination, to acquire balance, and to get better, right? But I think with 2025 coming through, we are looking at trying to introduce this concept to more people. Hopefully more people will take up like multi-sports and make it a core so that this will help in their long-term athlete development. Okay? Even if they do not want to become athletes, you just want to move better, isn't it? When you move on in the future, you want to be able to play a game of badminton with your friends when you grow into a teenage years or even as an adult. A lot of people play recreationally, but you want to possess the basic skills to be able to participate in the activity. So that's my long-term goal for everyone, to move better, to have the skill set to be able to participate in activities that they want to. For example, you want to go snowboarding or surfing in the future, you need really good balance, right? So although those skills are acquired when you practice it, but the core of it, when you have good motor skills, good relationship awareness, body awareness, spatial awareness, I think that will help a lot. I think if you look at the government's direction, there is, from the grassroots level, it's always ActiveSG, right? So ActiveSG is providing a platform for kids to participate in multi-sports as well, from the younger age group. So the emphasis is now moving towards multi-sports, if you have been following. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to provide quality multi-sports level for the kids in a smaller group setting. Okay? Not just smaller group, but with coaches who can provide quality feedback so that your child will be able to pick up skills faster in a more comfortable and safe environment. Okay? Because I think when you talk about bigger setting, a community, a bigger setting group, maybe the ratio is always 1 to 20, 1 to 40, or maybe in a better setting 1 to 10. But we try to keep our coach to student ratio small so that quality feedback can be given for the kids to thrive in the environment. I hope you have learned something from this sharing. If you are interested to find out more about our multi-sports program or long-term athlete development, do check out the link below here. Okay, if not, big dreams, little feet. Hope to see you there.